up, 3 performances of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents are held in Taipei, Taiwan. We take a look at why mercy releases can cause severe problems to Taiwan's ecosystems. Welcome to Taiwan Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. We kick off today's program in Taiwan to remind members of the public to fulfill their filial duty. 3 performances of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents were held inside the Taipei City Hall. Here's more. Seeing the sound of the kneeling lamb and using sign language, these children are expressing their gratitude towards their parents. The priority of all kindness is filial piety. One not only needs to repay the grace of their parents, but also our Mother Earth.
When you are calm, you can feel and enjoy the sound of the nature.
If we can encourage our students to follow the voluntary services here and acquaint themselves very much with volunteerism, then that will be in line with what the President is advocating for.
Despite the hardship during pregnancy, all mothers hope their babies can be born healthy. With the 3 performances of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents, City volunteers hope to remind members of the public to seize every opportunity to fulfill their filial duties before it is too late. Continuing from our last report, the 3 performances of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents were held at the local City Hall and were joined by more than 2,000 people. At the end of the performances, many onstage volunteers repented for their past behaviors and realized that filial duties cannot wait. Singing Tzu song The Kneeling Lamb, vocalist Zhou Zhenyu forewent the opportunity to hang out with his friends to express his gratitude towards his mother.
My father passed away a long time ago, and my mother had to raise my brother and I all by herself. After I became an onstage volunteer, I realized the hardship she has been through.
After the performances, onstage volunteer Yang Shouting says she regretted not being able to fulfill her filial duties.
If I could go back in time, I would not disobey my father and would listen to him.
The performances of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents were held inside Taipei City Hall. Out of the 450 onstage volunteers, half of them are from local communities. Among the performers was Tong Wen-cong, who gave up his high-paying job to better take care of his parents.
I never regretted giving up my job to take care of my parents. I actually feel more at ease after I made the decision.
Although not being able to speak Taiwanese, Zhu Mingli, who comes from China, says she hopes to use the performances to express her gratitude towards her parents.
I downloaded the clip from the internet and practiced over and over again. My husband taught and corrected my Taiwanese pronunciation.
With the help of his daughter, Wu Yongteng, who doesn't speak Taiwanese, learned the lyrics of the sutra.
My father takes these performances very seriously. He has been listening to the music every day. We are very happy that he has been supporting my mother in doing Tzu.
The 3 performances were attended by more than 2,000 people. Vocalist He Yizhen says she has gained a valuable lesson from the performances.
I learned how to fulfill my filial duties and become more considerate. We should listen to our parents more because most of the time they just want to help us.
The 2-hour-long musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents has touched the hearts of those in the audience and has inspired them to fulfill their filial duties when they return home. Behind the scenes of the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents were employees of Dai TV who devoted themselves wholeheartedly to ensure the performance's light and sound effects are carried out to perfection.
来，follow 进。
向左滑动，准备7秒，6、5、
准备
4、3。
Here, behind the stage, during a performance of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to parents, volunteers work to make sure every cue is on time. Looking closely, these are staff members from Dai TV.
The Tzu Chi sisters and brothers hoped that we could find a company that would be willing to support us. I thought since Tzu Chi's humanitarian center has 8 volunteers groups, why not put out a call out for volunteers? The turnout was much better than I expected.
Although most of the staff members work during the week, they still willingly gave up their weekend to help out at the event.
I feel that assisting at these events actually gives me a lot back. To be able to help and give leaves me feeling satisfied regardless of the time commitment involved.
These last 2 days, we had about 25 staff members come to help out. Usually we are in our work uniforms, but today all of us are clad in Tzu Chi's blue and white.
Also among those helping out is experienced cameraman Zhang Weizhong, who saw the performance as an opportunity not to be missed, even if it meant finding a babysitter for his child.
There's still a lot of time to be with my kid. We are with her all the time. This activity, however, is not something that comes around every day. Therefore, I wanted to take advantage of this chance to ensure its success.
Thanks to these Dai TV employees, not only were the 3 performances a smashing success, but the staff members themselves enjoyed the chance to volunteer their skills for the greater good.
In Taiwan, mercy releases, or the practice of releasing animals into the wild, has been carried out by religious organizations in the past few years to dangerous levels. Officials suggest that the current rabies epidemic in the country is also due to mercy release. Currently, the Wildlife Conservation Act only regulates the traffic of endangered species. However, nothing is said regarding other animals. Therefore, religious organizations work with a loophole to conduct mercy release of non-endangered animals, which results in the disruption of the natural environment. To reform Taiwan's animal protection laws, the government is looking for a balance between religious freedom while protecting wildlife ecosystems.
Releasing animals into the wild was originally a compassionate deed. The intentions were to rescue animals and give them back their freedom. However, in the past few years, animal releases into the wild have been corrupted by some religious organizations.
There are a few problems associated with releasing animals into the wild. One is when hunters first capture the animals in the wild, the process traumatizes the animals. Second is when these non-native animals are let go in the wild, they bring with them diseases foreign to the area.
Many religious organizations use compassionate deeds and creating blessings as reasons for their massive mercy releases. However, without first understanding the animal's origins or species, releasing them into the wild can harm the animal and environment instead.
We think Taiwan's current rabies epidemic stems from animals being released by people, like purchasing infrared badgers from China and releasing them in the mountains because people think they are performing a good deed. However, these animals carry with them rabies and have now affected all of Taiwan. The government needs to take more precautions in caring for citizens' safety and make stricter restrictions regarding animal releases.
The Wildlife Conservation Act protects rare, endangered, and/or valuable species and states that it is illegal for them to be sold or displayed without the permission of the Ministry of the Interior's National Police Agency. Violators face a fine of anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 US and/or imprisonment of 6 months to 5 years if they do so. Knowing this, organizations looking to release animals into the wild pick species that do not fall under the protected species category.
These mercy releases are actually sending animals to the slaughterhouse as they are out there waiting for their death. At times, those animals that survive the release end up affecting our natural surroundings.
3 years ago, Taiwan's Council of Agriculture asked National Taiwan University's Law Department to look into the current rules in regards to animal releases and see what can be done to achieve a balance between religious freedom and protecting the environment.
Religious organizations think they are right, while animal protection groups feel animal releases are destroying the natural environment. So it's up to government officials to sit down together with the two sides and come up with guidelines both can agree on.
Through many negotiations, religious organizations and animal protection groups were able to come up with an agreement, from restricting only certain species of animals released to regulating the act of all animals released, and an increase of fines from $50,000 to $83,000.
If you want to release animals into the wild, you have to apply for a permit to do so. First, the government has to set guidelines regarding the species, quantity, and area allowed. After that is established, then can we start to regulate these practices.
If giving these animals freedom causes destruction to the animals themselves and the environment, then as caregivers of the planet, we should reevaluate our actions.
With the 7th Lunar Month fast approaching, city volunteer Liang Yuying from Malacca, Malaysia, has decided not to burn just paper as it is traditionally done during this month. Seeing no negative effects in her life as a result, Liang is now committed to saving the money that would be used for just paper in her bamboo coin bank and also spreading the message to others.
For Tzu Chi volunteer Liang Yuying, using the money that would be spent on just paper for good deeds is the way to go.
I put that money in my bamboo coin bank. That way, I am doing good deeds and cultivating affinity.
Burning just paper is not good for the earth. To protect this earth, we all need to do our part.
In 2008, Deng Liqing stopped burning just paper in response to Master Zheng Yan's call that volunteers observe the 7th lunar month in the correct manner. Her actions later influenced her neighbor Liang Yuying to do the same.
Seeing how Deng Liqing didn't burn any just paper, I made a decision to try to do the same. The first year was hard, but I managed to burn less. The second year, I still struggled, as I was afraid of what could happen if I didn't burn anything. Finally, in the third year, I decided to completely stop burning any of just paper.
In addition to freeing herself from her former superstitious beliefs, Liang has gone on to influence others to reflect on the tradition themselves.
We have always burned just paper. Suddenly not burning it, I was scared that we could be punished for our lack of respect. So I asked Sister Yuying if not burning just paper was okay.
I said it was okay. I firmly believed it is the way to go.
Thanks to these volunteers, more and more people are learning to see and observe the 7th lunar month in the correct manner.
In Japan, as more residents move to the city in search of a better life and a decline in the birth rate, the ratio of senior residents living with their family members has gone from 70% in the 80s to 40% today. However, in a district not far away from Tokyo, we meet a family of 4 generations who still happily lives under the same roof.
Umejima Station, situated not far from Tokyo, is a quiet and small town. The area has no bustling crowds and no heavy traffic either. The seemingly ordinary beauty salon has old customers turning up one by one throughout the day. Besides hairstyling, the shop also helps customers put on their kimonos.
My mother set up the store in 1955, so it has been about 58 years now. Before that, she and her sister were in the hairdressing field, so there are some 70 years of history here.
66-year-old Kazumi Shimizu is the second-generation owner who, since her second year in junior high school, has been helping her mother run the store and is skillful at what she does.
Now thinking about it, in our generation, if our mothers or relatives were beauticians, they would want us to be just like them. We didn't know how to refuse our parents. There were many in the same situation.
Though 90-year-old Hisaya Shimizu, the first-generation owner of the beauty salon, now needs other support to get around, she nevertheless did not move into a nursing home.
施設にあんまり入りたいと思わないけどさ。
どうして？
なんだか寂しい気がしちゃうけど。
Sitting beside her is Natsuki Tanaka, who quit her job 5 years ago to take care of her ailing grandma and took on the family baton to learn how to dress customers in kimonos.
おじいちゃんがきっかけかな、具合が悪くなったのがきっかけで。
My grandpa wasn't in good health. My mom had to work every night and still had to take care of him. If we want to make sure they are well looked after, it is better we do it ourselves.
実家にいた方がいいんで。
The responsibility of caring for family members was passed on from one generation to the next and is now in the hands of Natsuki Tanaka.
それで美容師。
お久しぶりです。どうも。元気だった？忙しかったんでしょ？忙しかった。
Living nearby is Tanaka's best friend, Masako Hirohashi, a human resource expert, who says Tanaka's situation is an example of what most women in Japan today face.
ここのように、3世代、4世代一緒に住んでいても
In 3 or 4 generation families, having to work and take care of senior family members is a real challenge for many. I think this is not only an issue in Japan, but is a worldwide phenomenon.
世界の問題になっていくと思います。
Natsuki Tanaka was the runner-up of this year's kimono competition for the Tokyo region. Her grandma watches the video footage of the competition with pride. Seeing how her family is living together happily under the same roof, Tanaka is glad to have made the decision to look after her loved ones.
おめでたい絵柄が揃ってます。
How long has it been since you last enjoyed a meal with the elderly members in your family? Often sitting at the table and enjoy a meal together is the most precious gift of all. In Taiwan, solitary seniors have their meals in different ways. Some get their meals delivered to their homes, while others get to enjoy a meal in good company. In fact, no matter which way it is, the most important is to send the feeling of warmth and kindness into the senior's heart.
奶奶送餐了。 慢慢的，没关系，你慢慢来。感谢，感谢。来了，你先进去了。
Battling to take each step forward and her memory not much like before, solitary senior grandma shares struggles to take care of herself. When asked how long it has been since she last stepped out, she cannot recall.
您今年几多岁
？87。
If it were not for daily food delivery to her home, how long before the senior gets something to eat? With mottled walls and cast-offs everywhere, who can relate to the lonely life of a solitary senior?
We often discover many solitary seniors who were neglected and died in their homes, or those who fell ill and need immediate medical attention, but had nobody to take them. Otherwise, there are those incapacitated seniors who suffer from dementia or blindness and would accidentally fall over and needed to be rushed to the hospital.
The delivery staff continue to deliver hot meals to other solitary seniors. This is Zhongzhen District's Zhongqing Borough, which is also the most aging community in Taipei City. Those 65 years and over account for a fifth of the residents, and among them are more than 100 seniors living in solitude.
When we deliver meals to them, we are also checking up on them. We check to see if they are feeling okay or whether or not they are in need of any assistance.
Meanwhile, here in New Taipei City, a different scenario plays out in Sanji's Guzhuang Borough. Come lunchtime, a group of seniors gather at the community center where they enjoy good food and good company. Everyone is enjoying some quality time and no one feels alone.
I am happy to be here. We all have a good time.
We enjoy our meals together and there is plenty of laughter.
时间有过遐紧无？
有啊，
啊，那你厝的咧？
你厝的较学过日啊。
The person responsible for cooking these meals is local resident Chen Baoyan. Being mindful of the seniors, Chen always makes sure the food is cooked a bit longer, making it easier for the seniors to chew and swallow.
It agrees with their appetite. It was winter time, and some of them said they didn't want to eat at home alone, so I thought I would prepare a hot meal for them. Eventually, this became a daily routine.
All of the ingredients come from neighboring villages and land straight in the kitchen from the fields. The opportunity to sit together and enjoy each other's company and a delicious meal, in the eyes of the city's solitary seniors, is a much longed-for paradise dream.
As the Idol Fitter Festival is just around the corner, Indonesia City volunteers are carried out a series of events as part of the preparation work for the celebration. They visited a boarding school in Singkawang that care for orphans and impoverished children with rice and stationery. Here's more.
Joining in a game of reciting Jin's aphorisms are the students of Ibnu Taimiyah boarding school in Indonesia, Singkawang. Through such games, students not only have a chance to meet new friends, but also better understand Tzu Chi's words of wisdom.
Tzu Qings and Tzu Saos came together to organize this event. Here we have an opportunity to make new friends and better understand the needs of these residents.
The volunteers also bring with them new stationery and rice as gifts ahead of the Idol Fitter Festival.
I am very happy because I can get to know these kind brothers and sisters. Together we will enjoy the upcoming holidays and get through the good times and the bad.
Puasa seperti ini kita merasakan susah dan senang.
Sangat-sangat berterima kasih.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for helping us, regardless of our religion or race.
Ya, karena tidak membedakan ras.
Meanwhile, in the city of Surabaya, Tzu Chi volunteers hand out relief items to local recycling volunteers as a way to highlight their contributions.
I'm very happy and very grateful. Thank you, Tzu Chi, for giving me these very useful aid supplies.
Buat Yayasan Buddha di Indonesia.
Taking the gifts and volunteers' blessings back home, recipients are ready to enjoy the upcoming festival.
We go back to Taiwan at the end of the show. Last year, Tzu Chi's Hewei recycling station in Tainan City purchased a new recycling truck with a rooftop that can adjust to any height and prevent recyclables from falling down. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching Thai Headlines. Goodbye.